Thank you for watching this edition of Your City in 5. I'm Ricky Saillas. We're less than a week away from the Pope's visit to Juarez, and the city is preparing for the impact of his visit here on the U.S. side. As you know by now, the Pope is holding a Mass on February 17th in Juarez. The Catholic Diocese of El Paso is having a viewing ceremony at the Sun Bowl that day for those who can't make it out to Juarez. As a precaution and for safety reasons, El Paso police will close several streets in the south central area. The city has been informing residents and businesses about street closures that will affect the Segundo Barrio area. Here's what will be closed that day. A section of south central El Paso, seen here, will close starting at 3 in the morning. Businesses and residents who live in this area will have limited access. And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the whole area will be shut down, meaning no vehicles or pedestrians will be allowed in or out of the neighborhood. Police will also close Loop 375 from US 54 to Santa Fe. Now, starting at 10 in the morning, Loop 375 from US 54 to Yarborough will also be closed. You can find out all this information on our website, elpasotexas.gov. You can also log on to pope915.com. There is also information on the Pope's visit to the border on the city's social media sites. That's Facebook and Twitter. In other news, now that the tax season is in full swing, the Parks and Recreation Department has teamed up with the AARP to help people fill out their income taxes free of charge. AARP representatives are at 4 senior centers ready to fill out income tax forms. The service is geared for residents with low to moderate income, but it's open to anyone who needs help.
They're going to need all their income forms that they've received, W-2s, 1099-Rs, 1099 interest, whatever, along with Social Security cards for everyone who's on the return, including their kids or their parents if they're claiming them, and IDs for the taxpayers.
The free tax preparation is available through April 15th. Now, for a complete list of times and locations, visit the Parks and Rec website or call 544-0753. El Paso's bus rapid transit system is rolling along to another part of town. The city's Capital Improvement Department has scheduled 4 community meetings where residents can see the final design plans for the Alameda RTS, better known as Brio. The 14-mile bus route will connect the Mission Valley to central and downtown El Paso. It will also include amenities similar to the Mesa RTS. Community meetings are scheduled for the end of February. A list of times and locations may be found on elpasotexas.gov. Just click where it says Community Meetings. And while you're on the city's website, why not visit the Commuter Hub webpage? The site has important information on highway and road construction projects around town. It has info on city-related road closures, highway construction projects, and the streetcar project from the Camino Real Regional Mobility Authority. The site is aimed to help drivers find traffic information. Elsewhere across the city, after weeks of community and stakeholder meetings, the Planning and Inspections Department presented the results of the mobile food vending outreach efforts to City Council. From the information gathered, city staff says the community supports revisions to the current ordinance that would clarify how mobile food vendors like food trucks can legally and safely operate within the city limits while centralizing and simplifying the permitting process. Outreach efforts included zoning restrictions, time constraints, and proximity restrictions. City staff will now create a draft on proposed revisions that will be presented to City Council in the coming months before returning to stakeholders and the community with those proposed revisions. Meanwhile, the Animal Services Shelter shared some good news with City Council and the public. Interim Animal Services Director Kurt Fenstermacher says the animal shelter saw a live release rate of 53% in January. That's the highest live release rate in the history of the shelter. Animal Services says while their goal is to reach 90% by the end of fiscal year 2020, this news gives a confident boost that the shelter is headed in the right direction. Last month, City Council approved the initial funding needed to begin implementing a 5-year plan that aims at reaching a live release rate of 90% or higher. Admired, appreciated, and respected. Those are the words used to describe a group of ladies who spend their time volunteering at senior centers across the city. The Parks and Recreation Department recognized these women during a special ceremony in South El Paso by crowning them and naming them Valentine Queen of the senior center where they volunteer.
I had recently retired from nursing, and I'd always been busy, and I found myself not so busy, and it's been such a good thing for me.
Not only did the ladies volunteer their time, they also helped city staff with programming, visionary ideas, and recruiting other volunteers. Congratulations to them. Believe it or not, Earth Day is only a few weeks away. The Environmental Services Department is already preparing for its annual Earth Day celebration. ESD is looking for vendors and other organizations to set up a booth at the free outdoor event. Anyone interested can call 212-6057 or visit the Environmental Services website. ESD's Earth Day celebration is set for April 23rd at the Monticello Apartments in West El Paso. As part of the celebration, ESD is rolling out several video and art contests. Area high school students are encouraged to create a 30-second public service announcement video titled ESD Works for Me. There are 3 categories in this PSA contest: an overview of ESD services, recycling, and adopt a shelter pet. High school students can also take part in a roll-off mural contest. Students are asked to paint an Earth Day related mural on a large dumpster provided by the city. The mural will be unveiled at the Earth Day celebration event and will be displayed throughout town. And there's a new contest this year where participants are asked to paint a gray trash bin. All of the contests are free and the winners will be given prizes. For more information on all of these contests and on ESD's Earth Day celebration, visit the Environmental Services Department online. Well, my time is up, but remember you can learn more about our city by visiting our website, elpasotexas.gov. For now, I'm Ricky Saillas for Your City in 5.